On the latest weather map, a ridge continues to exit toward New England and the Canadian Maritimes through Friday, when a strong cold front is poised to sweep eastward through northern Ohio and northwest Pennsylvania. Behind the front, a trough lingers over the eastern Great Lakes and vicinity, including our region, through Monday. By this upcoming Tuesday, a ridge is expected to build from the western Great Lakes and lower Ohio Valley. The forecast for north-central Ohio. West of tonight, clear. Lows in the lower 50s. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday, sunny. Highs in the mid-80s. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday night, clear in the evening, then partly cloudy with a slight chance of showers after midnight. Lows in the lower 60s. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 20%. Friday, partly cloudy in the morning, then mostly cloudy with showers with a chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs in the lower 80s. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, becoming west in the afternoon. Chance of rain 80%. Friday night, showers with a chance of thunderstorms. Lows in the lower 50s. North winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 80%. Saturday, partly sunny with a chance of showers. Much cooler with highs in the mid-60s. Chance of rain 50%. Saturday night, partly cloudy in the evening, then clearing. Lows in the mid-40s. The Lake Erie short-term marine forecast within 5 nautical miles from shore. Overnight, southeast winds 5 to 15 knots becoming south. Clear. Waves 1 foot or less. Thursday, south winds 5 to 15 knots becoming north less than 10 knots. Sunny. Waves 1 foot or less. At 9 p.m., weather reports for selected cities. At Lorain County Regional Airport, it was clear. The temperature was 68 degrees, dew point 54, and relative humidity was 60%. The wind was southeast at 8 miles an hour. The pressure was 30.29 inches and steady. At Cleveland Hopkins Airport, it was clear. The temperature was 71 degrees, dew point 48, and relative humidity was 43%. The wind was east at 7 miles an hour. The pressure was 30.28 inches and steady. Elsewhere across Ohio, skies ranged from clear to partly cloudy. It was 75 at Burke Lake Front, 66 at Toledo, 70 at Mansfield, 70 at Akron-Canton Airport, and 58 at Youngstown. Cincinnati reported 77, Dayton reported 76, Columbus reported 75, and Ashtabula reported 58. Reports from nearby cities outside Ohio. At Erie, Pennsylvania, it was clear with a temperature of 67. It was partly cloudy with a temperature of 68 at Pittsburgh, 67 at Buffalo, 79 at Indianapolis, and 75 at Chicago. At Detroit, it was mostly cloudy with a temperature of 67. The extended forecast for north-central Ohio. Sunday, mostly sunny. Highs in the upper 60s. Sunday night, mostly clear. Lows in the upper 40s. Monday, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-70s. Monday night, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 50s. Tuesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the upper 70s. Tuesday night, mostly clear. Lows in the mid-50s. Wednesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 80s. The nearshore marine forecast. For the following marine locations, Vermilion to Ava Point. Overnight, southeast winds 5 to 10 knots becoming south. Mostly clear. Waves 2 feet or less. Thursday, south winds 10 knots or less becoming east. Sunny. Waves 1 foot or less. Thursday night, southeast winds 5 to 15 knots becoming south. Mostly clear. Waves 2 feet or less. Friday, south winds 10 to 15 knots becoming northwest. A chance of showers in the morning, then showers with a chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. Waves 2 feet or less. Winds and waves higher in and near thunderstorms. The water temperature off Toledo is 74 degrees, off Cleveland 73 degrees, and off Erie 72 degrees. The nearshore marine forecast. for the following marine locations: Ava Point to Willow Wick. Overnight, southeast winds 5 to 15 knots becoming south. Clear. Waves 1 foot or less. Thursday, south winds 5 to 15 knots becoming north less than 10 knots. Sunny. Waves 1 foot or less. Thursday night, east winds 5 to 15 knots becoming south 15 to 20 knots. Mostly clear. Waves 2 feet or less. Friday, south winds 15 to 20 knots becoming west 10 to 15 knots. Showers likely in the afternoon. Waves 2 feet or less. The water temperature off Toledo is 74 degrees, off Cleveland 73 degrees, and off Erie 72 degrees. The Cleveland, Ohio climate summary for this evening as of 5:15 p.m., September 4th, 2024. Today's high temperature was 82 degrees. The normal high is 79. The record high is 95 degrees, which was last set in 1953. Today's low temperature was 51 degrees. The normal low is 61. The record low is 40 degrees, which was last set in 1946. No precipitation fell today. No snow fell today, which brings the monthly total to 0.0 inches. The total snowfall since July 1st still stands at 0.0 inches. Sunset tonight is at 7:54 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow is at 6:58 a.m. The following lakeshore observations were taken at 9 p.m. Winds at Toledo were from the east-northeast at 7 knots. Winds at the buoy, located 3 miles northwest of Reno Beach, were from the east-northeast at 13 knots. Waves on the lake were 2 feet and the water temperature was 73 degrees. Winds at Camp Perry were from the east at 10 knots. Winds at Marblehead were from the east-northeast at 10 knots. Winds at the buoy, located 17 miles north of Vermilion, were from the east-northeast at 15 knots. Waves on the lake were missing. The water temperature was 74 degrees. Winds at South Bass Island were from the east-northeast at 10 knots with an air temperature of 71 degrees. Winds at On Light were from the east-northeast at 17 knots. Winds at Lorraine Light were from the east-northeast at 10 knots. Winds at Cleveland's lakefront were from the east-southeast at 5 knots. Winds at the buoy, located 14 miles north of Cleveland, were from the east at 15 knots. Waves on the lake were 2 feet and the water temperature was 73 degrees. The water temperature off Toledo is 74 degrees, off Cleveland 73 degrees, and off Erie 72 degrees. At 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, September 4th, the water level at Toledo was 45 inches above chart datum. The current time is 10:04 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This is NOAA Weather Radio WNG698 originating from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in Cleveland. We supply the latest available information for North Central Ohio over station WNG698 from Grafton on a frequency of 162.500 megahertz.